Extraordinary details now revealed in this 49-page federal indictment of former President Trump. That indictment unsealed today in the former president's handling of classified documents after he left the White House. 37 counts alleging Trump willfully retained highly classified documents containing the nation's most sensitive secrets, the U.S. nuclear program, the U.S. military, U.S. vulnerabilities to come under attack. The indictment alleges Trump showed those documents to others on at least 2 occasions, and that when authorities asked him to return all of the documents, alleging Trump obstructed efforts, alleging he suggested hiding or destroying documents. The former president saying he is innocent, insisting he has nothing to hide. Prosecutors allege the former president took dozens of boxes to Mar-a-Lago, and the indictment included images of those boxes allegedly stored in a ballroom, a bathroom, a shower, a storage room. The indictment details 2 incidents in which the former president allegedly showed those classified documents to people not cleared to see them. One of those moments was recorded, Trump allegedly saying, quote, "As president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't." Authorities say indicating Trump knew the rules. Trump's aide, Walt Nauta, also indicted tonight as a co-conspirator accused of allegedly helping to hide documents at Mar-a-Lago. And late today, as we were on the air, special counsel Jack Smith making a rare appearance in public, saying mishandling classified documents puts the national defense at risk, urging Americans to read the indictment to understand the gravity of the charges. We have it all covered tonight, and we begin here with ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, the blistering 49-page federal indictment unsealed by the special counsel, the first ever federal criminal charges against a former president of the United States. The special counsel Jack Smith laying out in chapter and verse in gripping detail the evidence, they say, the former president was personally involved in the willful retention of classified documents and then obstructing efforts by authorities to retrieve them. During his presidency, they wrote, Trump gathered classified documents and other material in boxes, including information regarding defense and weapons capabilities of both the United States and foreign countries, United States nuclear programs, potential vulnerabilities of the United States and its allies to military attack, and plans for possible retaliation in response to a foreign attack. The unauthorized disclosure of these classified documents could put at risk the national security of the United States, foreign relations, the safety of the United States military, and human sources, and the continued viability of sensitive intelligence collection methods. The indictment describes the documents spread out in boxes across Mar-a-Lago, in a bathroom, a ballroom, a shower, documenting everything from U.S. nuclear weapons to what would happen if the U.S. was attacked. In a rare appearance before the cameras, special counsel Jack Smith.
Our laws that protect national defense information are critical to the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced.
After a 7-month investigation, the special counsel breaking his silence, saying Trump is innocent until proven guilty, but he also made this clear.
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
And he invited the American people to read the indictment.
I invite everyone to read it in full, to understand the scope and the gravity of the crimes charged.
The documents stored at Mar-a-Lago, which hosted events for thousands of guests. Those documents allegedly unsecured. Prosecutors say after leaving office, Trump showed military documents to people without security clearances on 2 occasions. Once sharing a classified map related to a military operation with a member of a political action committee, admitting to the man he should not be showing it. The other time during a meeting with a team working on a book. Prosecutors say they have Trump's own words on tape telling the group he still had a sensitive document that he never declassified. It's like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. Trump is quoted as saying, look at this. This was done by the military and given to me. In that recording, Trump is allegedly showing a document prepared by the Pentagon that outlined a potential plan of attack on Iran. Trump allegedly admitting, as president, I could have declassified, but now I can't. That statement would directly contradict the argument Trump has publicly made, that he declassified any material he took from the White House.
If you're the president of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it.
Prosecutors accused Trump of obstruction by suggesting his attorney falsely represent to the FBI and grand jury that Trump did not have documents called for by the grand jury subpoena. and that his attorney hide or destroy documents. At one point, prosecutors say Trump asked his attorney, "Wouldn't it be better if we just told them we don't have anything here?" The indictment lays out a conspiracy between Trump and his close aide and, quote, body man, Walt Nauta, who allegedly moved 64 boxes to the residence at Trump's direction after the government issued that subpoena. Nauta is now facing multiple charges, too, including obstruction of justice. Tonight, the special counsel arguing Trump knew better by pointing to his own words as a candidate, promising to handle the nation's secrets with the utmost care.
In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law.
Today, just hours before the charges were unveiled, Trump was spotted on the golf course at his club in Bedminster, New Jersey. He has insisted he has done nothing wrong.
I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly. Thank you very much.
And so Pierre Thomas with us here again tonight. Pierre, the special counsel could have waited to unseal the indictment on Tuesday when Trump is arraigned in federal court. But of course, he did it today, aware of the vacuum that this would create if the American people were waiting several days to hear what the evidence was. And Jack Smith laid out in detail a speaking indictment, they call it, in granular detail, with images even to help explain the evidence here.
David, the special counsel was under incredible pressure. He knew that he had to speak to the country and on some level justify why he took this extraordinary step. That's why there's so much detail in the indictment, including all those photographs. For his part, Trump spent part of the day attacking the special counsel and his wife on social media, David.
All right, Pierre Thomas leading us off here on a Friday night. Pierre, thank you. The special counsel Jack Smith, as Pierre just reported, deciding to unseal the 49-page indictment today rather than waiting until the court appearance on Tuesday, fully aware of the speculation, the political discourse that would have filled that time as the American people waited to learn what he had uncovered. I want to bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, tonight. And Dan, Jack Smith also very aware of the history made here, the weight of this moment. In fact, he told the American people, you and I were on the air together when he did this, he invited them to read the indictment to understand the, quote, gravity of what he uncovered. And Dan, Jack Smith also made a point. He talked about the presumption of innocence. I know this struck you as well, essentially saying Trump is innocent until proven guilty. But from a legal perspective tonight, what do you make of the scope of what they found here?
I think what Jack Smith was trying to show here is that this is not just a classified documents case, that this is a case about the most sensitive documents to the national defense and the national security. And secondly, trying to show the lengths to which the former president went to obstruct the investigation, to conceal, to lie about the documents after the FBI had subpoenaed them.
And Dan, the venue, the special counsel could have made the case here for this to be handled in federal court in Washington, D.C. or in Florida. We know this will now play out in Florida. So tonight, what do we know about the judge assigned to the case? What difference does this make, the venue? And why did the special counsel move in this direction?
So I think the special counsel did it because most of the alleged crimes occurred in South Florida. But this is a win for Donald Trump. Better prospective jury pool in South Florida than in Washington, D.C., and in particular, the judge who's at least been initially assigned to the case, Aileen Cannon, may be a familiar name to many because she was the judge in the early days of the investigation when the FBI was trying to get access to many of these documents. She ruled for Donald Trump against the FBI, got overturned by a higher court. She was appointed by Donald Trump. So that is a big win for Donald Trump, at least in the early stages.
And one last quick question, Dan. This could play out before the election?
It absolutely could. It's going to be largely up to Donald Trump, though. As the defendant in a case, you have a lot more control about the speed of when the trial happens.
Dan Abrams with us all day long here as well. Thank you, Dan.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.